Good evening, distinguished guests and potential investors. I would like to say welcome to everyone who has joined this meeting. Thank you for taking our time. So, without further ado, we'll proceed. My name is Bridget Ihotubaba, and I am a digital representative at collabo.ng. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this important pre-seed investors meeting. Tonight, we are here to share our vision, present our investment model, and explore opportunities for collaboration as we tackle one of Nigeria's most pressing challenges, the power crisis. We are excited about the transformative solutions we are offering through Collabo.ng, a product of B2Me Africa, and the opportunities it presents for you as investors. Why are we here today? Power supply has long been a critical issue in Nigeria. Solar energy offers a solution by giving people more control over electricity and providing a steady power supply. However, the high purchase and installation cost of solar systems remains a significant barrier. About us, Collabo.ng. Collabo.ng is a product of Bitumi Africa Limited, a financial service company established in 2017 with a 20 million share capital and a cooperative license under the Cooperative Laws of Nigeria. The name Collabo is derived from a popular Nigerian slang for collaboration, reflecting our mission to bring people together to pool resources, invest, and grow wealth collectively. At collabo.ng, our work aligns with the overarching visions of B2Me Africa to empower individuals by leveraging financial instruments to create wealth, foster economic growth, and add lasting value to their lives. Our specific mission at collabo.ng is to create a vibrant community where individuals collaboratively invest in diverse opportunities, sharing profits, and driving sustainable growth. Through our innovative solutions, we are committed to creating an inclusive investment platform where members, from students and business owners to professionals, retirees, and foreign investors, can thrive. Now, it is my honor to introduce Mr. Edmond Mosier, the CEO of Bitumi Africa Limited and team lead at collabo.ng. Mr. Mosier is a visionary leader with deep expertise in financial services and renewable energy solutions. Under his leadership, Bitumi Africa has become a trusted name, driving innovation and sustainable growth. He will now walk us through an important presentation highlighting our investment strategy, business model, and vision for collabo.ng. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Edmond Mosier.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Um, Thank you all for being here. It's such a privilege and honor to have everyone give their attention and spare their time this evening to listen to us. Thank you for this privilege. Thank you, Bridget.
Mr. Mosier, please tell us about yourself and the brand.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bridget, for this once again. Um, like mentioned initially, my name is Edmond Mosier, and I have a knack for I have a knack for anything that would actually better the lives of people. I have been on this journey for as long as I can remember, and it will not do me justice to talk about Collabo without saying anything on Bitumi Africa. Okay, Bitumi Nigeria, as the name was back then in 2017, May to be precise. We started this company with 1 million share capital. and with the aim of growing the wealth of individuals and using financial instruments to better the lives of people. In Bitumi, Nigeria, precisely, we were working with a model where individuals um, trust us with their funds for us to go into um, multiple well-calculated investments that should yield um, tangible results, rewards at the end of the day. However, we translated from Bitumi Nigeria to Bitumi Africa in June 2024, where we increased our share capital to 20 million share capital to enable us handle vast um, capacity, to increase our capacity, pardon, and also increase our reach. Um, it is from Bitumi Africa we got Collabo.ng, which is a product of Bitumi Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mose. Now, what is Collabo? Where does it come in?
Okay. Um, that's an important aspect I was about to address. So thank you once again, Bridget. So Collabo.ng, as the name implies, even while the introduction was ongoing, it's a product of Bitumi Africa. And as the name implies, it's an inclusive community where members collectively invest into different projects and different opportunities that has a lot of financial reward. Um, Collabo.ng is quite inclusive, meaning that it accommodates a lot of people running from ranging from students making savings to professionals to businessmen, foreign investors, and even philanthropists. Collabo.ng has been designed to accommodate a lot of individual. Um, that is why we operate with a cooperative license, because it gives us that ability to have a huge community running into millions of members. We are fully licensed and registered under the cooperative laws of Nigeria in FCT. To go further, we are also in line with the general we're in line with the general vision of Bitumi Africa, that is empowering individuals using financial instruments to foster economic growth and introduce more value to their lives. However, we intend to achieve this through our mission of building a vibrant community where we go into collaborative investments, and these investments yield returns at the end of the day. And the returns will be um, shared in accordance to the contribution made by members that engaged in whatever project. In Collabo.ng, we intend to engage in a lot of projects ranging from real estate to transport to agri to power and oil and gas, and even aviation, pardon me. Um, our pioneering project right now is called Collabo Solarvest. So these are the things, the scope of the
Thank you again, Mr. Edmund Mose. You mentioned Collabo Solarvest, and it seems that is the reason we are here. Could you shed more light on Solarvest?
okay. Let's dive into that. Yeah, the reason why we're here is to talk about Collabo Solarvest. But permit me to explain our problem statement. The power sector has been experiencing a lot of crisis in this region of the world, especially in Nigeria. it has it that over 600 million people are having issues, or should I say, they don't have the access to reliable power supply. And this deficiency or this lack has posed a very profitable business opportunity for solar energy to thrive upon. In as much as solar energy is not so practiced in this side of the world, it's already nearing over $600 million in annual returns. This is to tell you how profitable this market is. And barely 30% of the population of people that are not that can't access reliable power supply are what is generating these returns annually. We also see places where the federal government of Nigeria are promoting this this sector of the economy. We see government giving incentive like duty-free imports on solar products, and the African Development Bank has also drawn to our notice that solar investment in Africa alone can yield over 35% on annual ROI compared to other traditional investments. This is just to throw or draw our attention to the fact that solar energy is a very lucrative form of energy or source of electricity, pardon me, in Nigeria, to be precise. Now let's look into the previous history of Nigeria, especially when it comes to the power sector. Last year, precisely, there were a series of hikes in electricity tariff. This is gradually making the electricity cost in Nigeria to be a luxury. It's gradually making it become, I will use the word, either for the middle, or I would say for the high income earners. And even with this high cost of electricity, we still have cases where the national grid collapses, leading to total or partial blackouts. And in this case, left to resort to other forms of electricity, other sources of electricity, like I had a little technical issue there. Anyways, to go further, we have noticed this problem statement, we have noticed this challenge, and we intend or are trying to mitigate this. We are not here to discuss the Nigerian power sector or to discuss solar energy being one of the potential solutions to the Nigeria power sector, but we are here to discuss the viability of this solar energy and to bridge that gap. Like I mentioned earlier, only about 30% of the people that need this facility actually have access to it. This is where I introduced to you SolarVest. SolarVest is our pioneer project in Colabo.ng. Colabo SolarVest is an innovative program that connects investors to solar projects. This project can be running into millions, tens and hundreds of millions. However, with SolarVest, we give investors, partners like you, the opportunity to pool your funds together and go into this investment collectively. This also solves, or should I say, it meets the vision and the mission of of our brand, Colabo.ng, and also makes an impact in the lives of individuals out there. In Colabo SolarVest, we intend to bridge that gap and make electricity more affordable to common Nigerians. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again, Mr. Mosey. The resources you mentioned while explaining the SolarVest project, can you explain to us how you intend to use it? Could you explain the model for us?
Okay, yes, I was about to get there. Thank you again, Bridget. So once these funds are gathered together, in this phase in particular, we intend to raise a total sum of 30 million naira. Like I mentioned, SolarVest gives an opportunity for investors and partners to pool their funds together to be able to reach a specific sum to go out to execute this project. Like I mentioned, they are quite huge in capital. Although the advantage of solar energy is the lifespan. Solar system mostly they span for more than 10 years, and in the grand scheme of things, it actually presents itself as a cheap source of energy over time. All right. So in this phase of SolarVest, we intend to raise a total sum of 30 million naira with a minimum investing capital of 100,000 naira. So, like the question you asked, how do we intend to use these funds? Once these funds are gathered, we intend to give solar loans to individuals. We intend to give solar loans to individuals, to members of the community. These are actual members of the community. Um, the model is of two forms. We have the save to own and the pay small small. The save to own is pretty direct, it's very simple. It's a situation where members decide to purchase this product or this solar system by their own capacity without getting the brand involved. The only thing that we help members to do in save to own is to structure a savings system where members deposit, or should I say, set aside a particular sum period of time and help them hit their target for a particular solar system of their choice. Then we install this solar system for them. Whereas the funds gathered in this phase would be particularly targeted towards pay small small. Under pay small small, individuals, members of the community that are qualified to access this loan are given this solar system. We install it in their location, either their homes or their business outlets, but we install it for them after they have made a minimum deposit of 30%, and then the balance as well as their interest will be spread across the duration of their choice. In Pay Small Small, we charge a total interest of 7% per month. So with that, this is accumulated, and the remunerations given to the investors or the partners will be generated from Pay Small Small. So permit me to explain some other benefits that members, or sorry, the partners would be receiving or will be getting from this phase of Collabo SolarVest. Aside the fact that they become pioneer members and they will be entitled to a lot of other activities firsthand either before or while we are on the move for it, they also stand the opportunity to add their view or their suggestion on investment options that they feel will be viable. This is making it an avenue where partners also have their own, I would use the word, voice in the community. So we also offer as much as 31% ROI, depending on the duration and the capital of investment. As I've been mentioning initially, this is not a liquid loan project. It's not a liquid loan model where we give cash, but we install solar system for this individual. So our investments are direct impact investments, being in the sense that individuals get these facilities on individuals get these facilities, and it actually goes a long way to improve their life. And lastly, I want to also draw the attention of partners to the fact that we have little or no risks when it comes to this form of investment, because it's a tangible investment. It's not like the likes of mutual funds where it's just your liquid capital, but there is actually a product behind this, and this product can be invested and reinvested as the case may be. So this is how the model of Collabo SolarVest is designed. So Collabo SolarVest is meant for individuals that Collabo SolarVest is meant for individuals that are income earners or salary owners. Sorry, salary earners or business owners. Pardon me. Salary earners or business owners that have a trackable financial statements. When I mean trackable financial statements, I mean we can trace to specify a particular sum recurring frequently, not periodically, but frequently, like on a monthly basis. That okay, this is what this individual makes monthly, and we can ascertain from that these are the people that um, SolarVest is meant for. And currently, we are operating in Abuja, and we intend to expand to Lagos, Port Harcourt, Enugu, and Benin City within the next 6 months. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that detailed explanation. Mr. Moses, since the company will be managing investors' funds, what systems have you implemented to ensure their security and guarantee this promised ROI?
Okay, I see your concern here, and this is how we intend to address it. Every business, as we know, have their risks, and we have carefully analyzed this risk and provided some series of mitigations and um, fashion some form of system to help check these things. The first I would like to talk about is defaulters. That's in the aspect of repayment of their facility, repayment of their loan facility. The truth of the matter is that we can't actually control the behavior of people, but we can control what the outcome of that behavior would be. In the case of defaulters, we have our system, especially in the legal side, already structured with an agreement to recover assets whenever an off-taker defaults. Bearing in mind that this off-taker made an initial deposit of a minimum of 30%. So that 30% also stands in as a collateral, because it's more like they have paid more than they have used this facility. And like initially stated, this facility for this off-taking is not more than 12 months for repayment, pardon me, is not more than 12 months. So in the case where an off-taker defaults, we proceed to reacquire these facilities. That's number one. Secondly, we're a way that each facility would have a tracker embedded in them, such that we can monitor this facility anywhere we are, anywhere in the world. And By so doing, we also we also introduce a system where this we get to check this facility, we inspect the sites on a monthly basis. So with that, the aspect of theft or default by off-takers can be controlled. Another thing again we've put in place to mitigate these issues that we are projecting can be faced in the course of this project is asset insurance. In the case where all these mitigations fails, we are also insuring these assets. We're insuring with CFC Insurance Company, where we pay a certain amount and a certain amount as premium, and the entire facility is covered. So if every other checks fails, the aspect of recovering at least the capital is secured. And lastly, we also have a system where we operate with um, verified and reputable solar companies. Currently, Collabo Solarverse is in partnership with a solar installation company called Panak Energy. They are situated in Lagos. So with this with these experts individuals, we we get to we get to deliver um, top-notch quality services. All right, and also bearing in mind that these facilities have um, guaranteed warranty on them that covers them all through, I think, a duration of 2 years. It covers both maintenance and in some cases replacements if damaged. Thank you. Okay, so having said all this, it brings me to the point where I'm calling on each and every one of us here present, partners and potential investors, to not shy away from this opportunity, as solar energy is one of the vibrant and viable investment opportunity in Nigeria right now. In as much as one might have a little into hundreds of thousands or maybe a couple of millions, and might not be feasible to go into this investment individually. Collabo Solarvest is welcoming us all and giving us this opportunity to go into it collectively as a team. Thank you very much. In case you want to reach us out, um, you can reach us through our email, contact@collabo.ng, or via our official line, or physically at our address. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mozie, for sharing this brilliant model through your insightful presentation. We will now open the floor for questions. Please feel free to ask for clarifications or share your thoughts. Yes, Ugochukwu Samson, I see you raised your hand. The floor is yours.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Sorry I came a bit late. Thank you for the last part of the presentation that was made while I came into the hall. I just want to ask, is there a minimum amount for investment? And I also saw that, okay, the ROI is 31% max. Does it cut across any amount anyone invests in, or there are certain percentage ROI for particular amount? That is all from me. Over. Hello. Hope someone heard me.
Please, can you repeat your question, Ugochukwu
Okay.
Samson?
Okay. I said I came a bit late, but I want to ask because what I saw on the screen is ROI 31% max. So I want to find out what is the minimum amount for investment and the ROI percentage. Does it cost across any amount you invest in, or there's some particular percentage ROI for some amount of money you invest into it? That is one. Secondly, I also want to know guarantee
Did you get
for
the
whosoever
question,
that
Mr.
invest
Moses?
in.
Okay, thank you so much, Ugochukwu. Um, yeah, I got your question entirely. I will be taking them one by one. And please, if I did not address anyone appropriately, you can still draw my attention to it. Okay, yes. Um, the 31% max, it's not across any amount in particular. It was specified there that 31% is depending on the amount and the duration of choice. 31% is particularly for investments over 3 million naira and running for a maximum of 18 months. However, we have other um, other returns for other amounts and duration. I would um I would like to share that maybe on the chat section. I will just drop that message now on the chat section so that you can be able to go through that. Okay. Please, can I get your second question?
Yeah, thank you for that answer. My second question is, what is guarantee for return on investment?
Okay, if I
Hello?
should get you clearly. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Ogochukwu. If I should get you
Yeah, I
clearly,
said I was asking for investment. Just like when I invest in real estate,
yeah.
they call it land for banking, be land for money, something like that. They give you a post check and equivalent to your investment in landed property in case. So that's why I'm asking, is there any guarantee for investment?
Okay. Um, in this case, we have structured our model in such a way that once the funds are entering, it's purchasing these solar facilities. Okay. So what we can give as a guarantee for investment is a form of, I would say, a receipt that um, these funds purchased this particular product. However, we are also going to have a binding agreement that is signed by both the brand, both the company and the partner, you in this case, stating the specific amount of money that has been invested and the specific amount of money that will be returned back as at when due. So this agreement is binding by any court of law. I believe that answered your question.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I will still go further to drop the different ROI for different amounts and the duration on the charts. Thank you so much for your question. Okay, please, is there any other questions from anyone? Any aspects of clarity that anybody is in need of?
Mr. Ogochukwu Samson just asked a question in the comment.
Okay, yeah, I can see the question. Thank you very much, Bridget. Thank you, Mr. Ogochukwu, once again for this question. Yes. Okay, before I go straight to your question to answer, I would like to say this is actually the second meeting we are having concerning the launch of this project. We had one last week, we're having this now, and we'll have the final one next week. This is just to accommodate people based on their convenience, to accommodate as much as we can and give people the opportunity to invest in this. However, Collabo Solarverse is projected to launch on the 24th of February this year, but with the time frame being within short notice, we are looking at extending it with a period of 2 weeks. So I would say from this meeting, there is a period of 3 weeks, that's a 3 weeks window for investments to come in. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mosier. Have you been clarified, Mr. Ogochukwu Samson?
Yes, thank you for the answer. Yes, I am okay.
Okay. Is there anyone who would like to ask more questions? The floor is open. Please feel free to throw your questions. Our team lead is more than capable. Okay. If there is none, is there any? If there is none, we would like to thank you for your time and your interest in collabo.ng. Okay. Mr. Ogochukwu Samson, another question in the comments.
Okay, thank you so much, Bridget. Thank you, Mr. Ogochukwu, for this question. The minimum investing amount. Currently, the minimum investing capital is 100,000 naira. All this was actually clarified in the course of the presentation. So what I can assure is, as far as you went through the registration process for the meeting and provided your email, this meeting, along with the previous meeting, will be available for you to go through. Okay. And like I mentioned, our personal contacts are here too. So you can also reach us directly if you need, maybe you're looking at a much different system, or should I say, style of investment. We are very open and flexible to discuss both now and in the future. Thank you. Okay. Also, I'm seeing a question from Mr. Bernard. He says he would like to know if an investor can also become an off-taker.
We have a
Yes,
question from
yes.
Mr. Bernard.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
In the comments, so
Hello?
Yes,
Hello,
we
can you
can hear
hear
you.
me?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I was saying that yes, an investor can become an off-taker. For those that were not with us from the beginning, um, I'll just give a little rundown of everything, the entire model in question. This phase of SolarVerse, we are welcoming partners or investors to come and partner with us to raise a total sum of 30 million naira with a minimum investing capital of 100,000 naira, where we intend to return 31% on ROI, depending on the investing capital and the duration of choice. However, this capital, when collected, would be used to finance solar projects. So now this solar project um, involves installing solar system for individuals. These individuals are members of the community. Collabo.ng is a community where individuals come together and go into collective investments. And at the end of the day, they share the reward based on their contributions made. Okay. So when investors, pardon me, when investors um, come in to partner with us, they are automatically members, and we call them pioneer members because this is the pioneer project in Collabo.ng. So investors become pioneer members, and if they are interested to acquire this solar loan, it's still perfect. They just go through the vetting process. I like to say that it gives them an advantage because this is now like um, it gives them an extra voice because they are now investors and who would hearken to their words more than just a regular member that wants this solar facility. Okay, thank you so much. I believe I answered your question, Mr. Bernard. Okay,
Yes,
also,
yes.
all right, thank you. I'm also seeing another question from Mr. Jeffrey Tuma, where he's saying, do the recipients of these loans provide collateral? That is in the case of defaulters. Okay. The entire system has been designed in such a way that we do not make it impossible for people to acquire this solar system. In a typical financial institution, when you come for anything that has to do with giving credits, you must provide the collateral. In some cases, you provide the collateral and you provide the guarantor. But I and my team went and thought this process through on how we can remove this burden on off-takers and still maintain that credibility, or should I say, maintain that guarantee that collateral brings. Okay. And what we came up with was an advanced deposit of 30%. Because when I was talking about the risks and mitigation, I explained extensively that um, we'll be having embedded tracker on this device. We are not giving physical cash or tangible cash. So, in other words, there is nobody running away with properties or facility. At the point where there is any tampering with any device, we would know because it's closely monitored. So this 30% in quotes stands as a collateral because individuals or off-takers are already paying than more than they are benefiting at that point. So no, they do not need any form of collateral. That is what makes our model exceptional. Thank you. So please, is there any other question from anyone? Any area of clarification? Feel free. I also tried to drop an image here on. I tried to drop an image here on the chats, in the in-app chats, but it's not dropping. So what I would do is to personally send. I'll personally send the different ROI along with these videos so that we can all use that for our consumption. Okay, alternatively, I could also display the ROI briefly for us on our projected screen so that I'll display it briefly for us on our projected screen so that we all have a view of it. So only take a second, please.
The floor is still open for more clarifications. Any questions at all? The microphone is yours.
Okay, thank you all for your patience. If you look on the screen, you would see the different ROI along with the duration and the amount in particular. We have different duration ranging from 60 days. Sorry, we have different duration from 180 days, pardon, to 540 days. 180 days being 6 months, so 540 days being 18 months. And we have subsequent duration of 270 days, 360, 450, and the final being 540. And based on the capital introduction, less than 3 million gives a particular range, with the highest being 30.9%, while greater than 3 million gives the higher range, with the highest being 31.5%. I believe with this, that aspect is cleared. So, but like I mentioned initially, this information would also be made available to our mail alongside with the videos so that we can consume at our own time and also reach back when we have made up our mind on the specific amount to work with. Thank you.
Thank you once again, Mr. Mozi. I believe with this brilliant presentation, everyone on this meeting now have a very simplified concept of what SolarVest is and Collabo.ng. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Bridget. Thank you, everyone, for giving us your audience and your time for this meeting. We hope to hear back from you all.
And we look forward to building a collaborative partnership with you. And of course, driving impactful solutions for Nigeria's energy challenges. Thank you all once again.